Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A few years ago, my grandson took his shahada at the age of 8. MashaAllah, very young. My Muslim children and I do our best to support him practice, but he lives far away in a non-Muslim household. A girl he was talking to told him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will punish him for talking to girls. He's also been suffering from anxiety and questioning if he dies, he will be with his non-Muslim family, and if he doesn't, then he doesn't want to be a Muslim anymore. But he will still fast Ramadan. I'm shocked, as a week ago his mum said he wants to go for Umrah and to take his Shahada again, this time in the masjid to get his certificate. I've tried my best in teaching him how to pray and signed him up with a kids online madrasa, which he found hard due to his ADHD. He has since confirmed now he's not a Muslim anymore. Could you please advise on what to do? So I'm not really sure what age he is at the moment, but again, this is a classic example of people, especially when talking about Muslims, classic example of Muslims talking out of turn. Saying that if he was to talk to girls and he's Allah will punish him. Who is anybody in a position to say what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to do? Nobody has the right to say such things. And if he's very young, he's not accountable in the first place. What I would say is that it seems, Allah knows best, that his mum says he wants to go for Umrah and take his Shahada again and go to the masjid and get his certificate. It seems that his parents don't really have a problem with him being a Muslim, and if that's the case, then you're really in a great position to advise him. If you can visit him, or if he can visit you and stay with you, and if he says he wants to go for Umrah and take Shahada again, we'll take in the Shahada again, if that makes him feel comfortable, even though it's not necessary inshallah ta'ala, if he wants to declare his Shahada again, take him to the masjid and let him get his certificate inshallah ta'ala, that's no problem. And he's still very young, then of course we explain to him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most merciful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves his servants, loves the believers, that he's been blessed, alhamdulillah, to accept Islam at such a young age. And knowledge is one of the best things to help increase Iman. Now the fact is, living in a non-Muslim household is of course no doubt going to be a great trial for him. There's nobody there to wake him up in the morning, there's no one there to remind him of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we need to find out if he can get some good friends or some friends he can be in contact with that can help him, remind him of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to encourage him to learn about al-Islam and whatnot. So this is of course as a priority. As for Umrah, then maybe this is something you can work towards inshallah ta'ala, taking him for Umrah, or say that we can save up and go for Umrah if his parents are not against the idea. Then I would say this is a priority, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best.